So let's roll. So here we are at the MusikMesse. I am very happy to be with Ola Strandberg from Sweden. How are you doing today, Ola?
I'm very well.
Okay.
It's exhausting but fun.
Yeah. Are you surviving the noisy atmosphere of the MusikMesse?
A lot of earplugs from morning till evening, so yeah, it's fine.
I have this traditional first question. Ola, what was your first guitar?
Oh, it was from a Swedish mail order company. It was called the Hobix, which it was absolutely the cheapest thing you could ever imagine. And I traded it. I had an aquarium that didn't fit into the moving van. And I traded it with a friend of mine, the aquarium, for the guitar.
Okay.
And it was such a poor guitar that I immediately started trying to modify it and improve it.
And so was that the start of the story for you to become a guitar builder?
I think so. It sowed the seed that there's something to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a bit more and show us the guitar and the kind of strange design you have.
Yeah. So what I set out to do a few years ago when I formed the Strandberg brand is to design an ergonomic guitar that's friendly to your body, but still looks fairly conventional or pleasing to the eye. So a key component is that it's headless.
Okay.
So by removing the weight up here at the headstock, I can also make the body lighter without the guitar becoming heavy at the neck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I make a too light body and there's a lot of weight out of the headstock, it wants to dive to the floor. So that's the first component. Low weight and the headless makes it possible.
Okay.
The next thing is that I shape the body in a way that it has a cutaway that lets you, when you sit down and play, you can actually rest the guitar in multiple positions in your lap.
Okay, so you can do it the traditional way, or you can move your... Okay.
Yeah, and you can place it in a very much classical position, and it's more restful. And the last piece is a patent-pending neck profile, which I'll try to show you.
Yeah, let's try to show it to the camera.
I think that should do it.
Yeah.
So it's shaped as a trapezoid, which is shifted asymmetrically on either end of the fretboard. So these flat surfaces support the thumb better as you press against. So instead of a round surface, which is inherently unstable, and you wiggle back and forth, this provides distinct surfaces and encourages a more correct playing position.
And is it difficult for the guitar player to get used to this angle here?
Not at all. Most people adjust in a few minutes and say it feels completely natural. And then the angles interact here to encourage you to straighten your wrist. This cutaway here leaves some room for this tendon so you get better access. And then the opposite angle near the body end gives you better reach to the lower strings as you're soloing and climbing up the neck. And on my other...
Hold on. Here we go.
My other extended range guitars that don't have tremolo, I also combine this with the fan fret or the multi-scale layout to accommodate this kind of windshield wiper type motion that you would do with your forearm.
Okay.
So all these things interact to be friendlier to your body, let you practice longer without fatigue, and essentially will let you improve your playing over time.
And is there some specific sonic quality to your guitar, or is it more an ergonomic kind of optimized instrument? They
do have a distinct characteristic because this hardware is all my own design and untraditional material choices. So I use aircraft-grade aluminium.
Okay.
And on my conventional guitars that don't have tremolos, each of these bridge pieces are mounted individually into the guitar, and so are the string locks. They're also mounted individually, tightly coupled to the guitar. So these light materials, the lightweight body materials also, and I also laminate all my necks with carbon fiber in a special way. And all these things combined make for a guitar that's very, very responsive.
Okay.
It has just as much sustain as anything. So I've disproved the heavy guitar equals good sustain.
Okay.
A light guitar can
not anymore.
A light guitar can also have good sustain.
Okay.
And it's very resonant. It responds very quickly, and most people say the sound is very organic. That's the word they use, unprompted. I don't even put it in their mouth. They describe it as organic.
And what was the reaction from the guitar player? Because we are well known to be very traditional about the guitar shape and so on. Well, yeah, there is no more head. The shape is kind of strange. So, did you get some this kind of a reaction?
Oh, very much so. Yeah. The key for me was to break into the extended range segment. The 7-string players, the 8-string guitar players, they're already pushing the envelope.
Okay.
And the most current 7 and 8-string guitars are just slightly scaled up versions of traditional guitars, like a super strat shape with an extra string.
Yeah.
So these players, they didn't have the iconic guitar shapes. They didn't have to look themselves in the mirror and think that,
I need to look like Jimmy Page.
Yeah. So that was the key, just having the right people adopt my guitars at that point in time. So I had Tosin Abasi pick one up, Chris Letchford, Misha Mansour, all big names in the sort of gent or technical metal genre. And then it's gone from there, but attracted more and more attention. And now with Alan Holdsworth recently.
Yeah, how did you get to build a guitar for such a monster guitar player? Because he's very well known to be very precise about his playing.
Yeah, I actually I've met him a few times and I've talked to him, and eventually at NAMM last year, I just stuck a guitar in his hand, and he said, "Oh, we got to talk." So then we met again in Uppsala at the International Guitar Festival, which is every year in October. And he actually got the chance to sit down and play one in a quiet setting. And he had also heard of the True Temperament fretting system, which is another Swedish invention.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about that, because it looks kind of weird when you see that ziggly kind of fret on a guitar.
Yeah. So it's based on an intonation that is perceived as more natural to the ear. So it's much more correct as you hear it. It's still not mathematically correct, because mathematically correct doesn't sound good.
Okay.
So this is actually tuned by hand, by playing and trying out different positions to the fret. So it's like each string gets its own scale, which is not proportional. And that compensates for the imperfections in the regular guitar. So Alan had heard of this the evening before in Oslo, before he came to Uppsala. And I happened to have a True Temperament guitar. So it's just natural to get one built for him.
So it seems that now Sweden is the leading country in a guitar revolution.
Yeah, I think we're trying to push the envelope, and we enjoy making things with utility and try to. I think we're such a small country that only good things make it. So maybe we've developed a natural ability to sort out the garbage.
That's a good thing. And what kind of price range can we expect from your instrument, and how long does it take to get one?
Well, now I do full customs in a concept I call made to measure, where I adapt the relationship between the scale lengths and the neck profile and body materials and everything to the player. Okay. The size of the player, the playing style, the music style, etc. That's unfortunately a ridiculous wait list at the moment, but I'm working on scaling that up. But the good news is that I have production models coming out now. It's about a 3-month wait. Okay. It's under $3,000 US. They're actually built in the US. And this is the latest addition to the line. This is a signature model for Paul Masvidal in the band Cynic and Death. So this will be the first 6-string production model that's coming out.
So this is a production model, it's not a fully custom one?
No, this is the prototype for the custom model, for the production model. So that's why all my production models have started, is as a full custom. So my 8-string is based on the Tosin Abasi specifications, my 7-string is based on the Misha Mansour specifications, and now this 6-string is based on the Paul Masvidal specifications. Okay. And it's actually named Masvidalian from his name, and this pickguard is
very nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it shows there. It's actually his tattoo that he has on his arm.
Okay.
So it's a feature that we incorporated to make it his.
Okay, well, excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Can you tell us where we can find you on the internet and see all those beautiful pictures?
Sure, it's at strandbergguitars.com.
And it's not written in Swedish, huh? It's possible to read for normal people.
Yes, it's all English.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook on facebook.com/strandbergguitarworks.
Okay.
So there's some name confusion, but Facebook doesn't allow me to change it, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and I hope to be able to see those kind of guitar in France sometimes in the future.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Take care.